Anyways, welcome to the weekly dev stream, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic break from us. I know you all needed it. We certainly needed it. A break from ourselves. And yeah, we're back. We're back swinging, baby, because we already dropped a video on the YouTube channel about hard drives, and that's what we're gonna talk about now. Wow, my whole computer's lagging. I miss your breathing, Snutt. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna stop doing that from now on. So, yeah, what did you think about the video, Mikael?
What, the hard drive one?
Yeah.
I'm still amazed that the breaking the stick when running in the forest only took one shot.
I don't know why people keep commenting this, but everyone's like, "Oh, how many takes did it take to step on the stick?" Like that was literally the only take I did.
Oh.
You only need one, baby.
Was Eevee trained to like run like that, or did she just do her own thing?
Yeah, I just like sit her down and then tell like run, and she just runs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to run sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good video, and there's been like another couple of those since I was last on the stream. One of them with a quite significant news.
What was that? When was the last time we streamed?
Well, I was on the stream last, like.
Oh right, you were. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot that you weren't. You haven't been on streams in a while.
No. No.
Yeah.
And I was kept in the dark. Like our boss told me that the game is out in December, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see this trailer, and I'm like, oh, she lied to me. Awesome. She didn't, by the way. I'm joking.
What was the last? So the last bit of news before vacation was, what was it?
No, I think it was the week before the video landed, because that stream I remember you hinting at, like you tried to hint at a big video next week.
No,
so
yeah,
Friday and
the last video. The last video was announcing Phase 5 in Tier 9. I don't know if we've talked about that on stream actually. Maybe this is the time to do it actually.
Ooh.
But we have. Chad, please help me out because I have such a hard time remembering. But I don't believe we've talked on stream since we announced that Phase 5 and Tier 9 are like the main content in 1.0. No streams since. Okay, cool. That makes it okay. That explains why I have this like weird gap. Yeah, no, we haven't talked about that. So right before we went on vacation, we announced that Phase 5 is like the last phase in the game. I think a lot of people have pieced it together based on some of the like content that we've put out on the channel. I saw people comment on this back in like the video where we talked about the research changes and the recipe changes, where a lot of people took note that like, oh, it's interesting that a lot of like the quote unquote end game like research is suddenly moved back to like the mid game. And like some of the unlocks that you get late in the game currently also move back, and that the M.A.M and like that stuff is a bit earlier, which sort of suggests that there's stuff coming. And I believe, you know, we've mentioned that like, you know, we're mainly focusing on end game content in 1.0, but now you know that like, yes, there's like an entire one last phase, and there's a new like set of technology that you unlock in this phase, which is Tier 9. I can already debunk that like there's no Tier 10. Okay, so there's never been a Tier 10.
Or is there?
Shut up. There's no Tier 10 coming in 1.0. Tier 9 is the last tier, and that's like where like some of the most complex parts that you're going to be building is going to be in Tier 9. Tier X, yeah. Too many tiers. 8 tiers was a lot, and then we were like, oh, another Tier 9. We won't go too like in depth yet as to like what Tier 9 will actually like be. We're gonna get to that, okay? But
I mean, we're close enough to release. Surely we can just wait at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, patient gamers.
Yeah, patient. We've waited so long. You can wait a bit more. But the avid viewer has spotted there might be some new buildables in Tier 9, which is possible. There might be some new buildables. There might be some new parts. Lasers. Oh, there's definitely lasers. Don't worry about it. There's no. Guaranteed. Lasers guaranteed. We wouldn't joke about that. So yeah, exciting news. And yeah, there's also going to be a way to like complete the game as well. I think was sort of confirmed in the last video we posted.
Shout out to the fact that it already feels very, very good to sit on stream and not having to worry about slipping up on words like tier 5 or September or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm relaxed today.
Imagine if you accidentally said that tier 5 is coming. So yeah, that was that video before vacation, and then we obviously went on vacation for a while. And now I think this week is the first week when like everyone is sort of back, which is not true because some people actually are on vacation, but it's just like 1 or 2 people. Like the majority of the studio are back, and the majority of studio are working on wrapping up 1.0 and finishing it, and getting like a release candidate ready. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, honestly. Like even though we're so late in this process, like with bug fixing and whatnot, there's still like a lot of stuff that we try to squeeze in last second before we like freeze everything up to be like, okay, this is the build. So I think August is gonna be like the last push where we sort of do that. But we only have like 1 or 2 weeks left. So yeah, time to hit that goal, baby.
Yep.
And last week I dropped a video on hard drives, which is a change that we made in 1.0, where we've changed. It's not a big change, but it is kind of like, I don't know how to describe this. This is so I just want to like talk a little about this because like I want to address some of the comments that we've gotten on the video. I think a lot of people really like this change, and we certainly like this change. I think it's a lot better. So the way it works now in 1.0 is when you're finding hard drives in the world, you're taking these hard drives back to the M.A.M, and these are like corrupted, damaged hard drives. So they contain a couple of recipes, but you're only going to be able to like extract one of them because it's a broken hard drive, right? That's the lore behind like why you can only pick one recipe out of the bunch. I know that some people commented about this. I also want to one comment that I saw that I thought it was really funny was that like, why don't they just give us all the recipes that are on hard drives? It doesn't make any sense. Why are they gamifying this aspect of the game? And I'm just like, yeah, why would you gamify a game? That's strange. Anyways, yeah, so the lore is that like you're finding these broken hard drives and you're taking them back to the M.A.M, you're like scanning them, and you can only extract like one recipe out of the bunch in the effort. That's like the reasoning behind it. The reason behind it is because we want some randomness to the game, and we want there to be some form of, it's not just the same experience every single time. So yeah, some things that people found a bit strange that we commented in the video is like I mentioned that when you get these hard drives, you're gonna have 2 options now instead of 3, because we found that like when you have only 2 options, it's a lot easier to pick one of the 2. But we do have this reroll feature where once per hard drive, you're able to like re-roll the hard drive and get 2 new recipes. And people were commenting that like, but wait, you're removing one option because of decision paralysis, but now you have 4 options instead. So it's not really 4 options. It is still 2 options, because when you re-roll, you remove those 2 like other options. I think people are sort of underestimating like how different that experience is versus like having more options like we have before. Because it is easy, like it's a bit of an illusion when it comes to choice, right? In our game. And yeah, in the closed beta, when we asked people about this, people agreed with us that yes, it makes it easier to choose. You also have a lot more control over like what recipes that you're gathering, which is like hard to explain but if you know how it works, then you'll definitely notice it. And I know that like the min-maxers out there will definitely take advantage of that. Because when I was recording this video, I was like, I want to really want to demonstrate getting cache screws, and it was so easy to get cache screws at the point when I was recording this. Like, it was honestly too easy because I actually had to redo the same save file twice, because literally the first recipe I unlocked was the cache screws when I did the reroll thing, and I was like, it doesn't really demonstrate how it works, so I had to do it twice to make it look harder than it already was. So like when you know how the system works, it's a lot easier to get the specific alt recipes you want due to the way the pool works. Yeah, I think it solves some of the problems that we've found. I know a lot of people comment that like, I still don't like the randomness of it, and that's fair that you feel that way. We probably won't make any changes though, because we like there to be some randomness, but you know, not every game is for everyone, and not all our decisions is gonna fit everyone. But we're pretty happy with the way that it is right now. Yeah, and there's a new M.A.M. There's a new, like, the M.A.M has been redesigned along with the hub. So there's a new model for it, which is nice. And that's pretty much the summary of the hard drives video. Questions? No questions. Perfect. If you have any questions, you can do !AMA, and then we'll get to that during the Q&A.
If we feel like it.
If we feel like it. If the question is good enough, then we'll get to it. And portable miners are stackable. Who knows? Who knows? That's been leaked before though. That's an old leak. Well, we'll take it. The people that know, they'll know. How long did it get to me to find a hard drive in real life? Not that hard, because for some reason I save all my old hard drives. I swap them out every 8 years or something like that. Hard drives have like a shelf life of something, so I have a bunch of extra. So yeah.